Continuing from the last movie, a column expression implies that you use the name of a column from a table in an expression. I've applied a substring function to it to find the first 10 characters, and I've created a function-based index on it. Function-based indexes we'll look at in the indexes chapter later on in this course, but essentially all it's doing is it's taking select, and we can actually push in the section number as well, so we can show you exactly what this is doing. If I run this, it's just taken the first 10 characters. As you can see, orchestra right. The first 10 characters is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I'm not mistaken, orchestra 9 plus space. If I was to actually edit this, I can see the space character on there. Right. Taking the first 10 characters. Simple as that. So to create the index, I highlight, Control Enter, and it gives me the index. If I were to go into the indexes section on SQL Developer, I should see this index here. And if I edit the index and I click on SQL, it'll show me the SQL that Oracle would use to create the index. Create index, substring. A function-based index is an interesting animal in that it creates an index based on the resulting value in here. They can be effective and efficient. Again, we will go through those later on. When we get to indexing, a date time expression. This is an interesting one because it allows you to take a date and time, cast it into a date. A cast function is a way to cast a value into a data type. So it's taking a toDate, which is a date. It's not the same as a timestamp. It's taking a value, converting it to a date to give an internal Oracle date format, which is another animal. It's stored as a number, a Julian number, and then we cast it into a timestamp, which means we're taking string, changing it to a date, and changing it to a timestamp. A timestamp is actually a stamp in time with a date in a time zone. And here I'm actually saying from time zone Eastern Standard Time at local time from dual, and I'm getting essentially a time zone and timestamp, or a timestamp within a time zone as local time. My local time is Eastern Standard Time, in this case America, New York, 11 a.m., so on and so forth. Here I'm actually going to change Eastern Standard Time to Pacific Standard Time. And as you can see, I was 11 o'clock. Well, here I'm 11 o'clock. And I'm going from Eastern Standard Time to Pacific Standard Time. There's 3 hours across this country, so it takes 3 hours off. For those that are not in the United States, essentially there are 3 time zones across the United States, and many countries have far more time zones than that. So it's not really a big issue. A function expression simply tells you that we're using a function. And yes, we have seen some of these before, but all we're trying to do is classify the different types of expressions to help you have an understanding of exactly what's going on with Oracle and SQL and mathematical SQL declarative expressions. So we run this little guy here, and it tells me find substring test 1 for 1, it finds the first character. If I was to do, say, substring test 3 for 1, it's going to find from 3 for 1 character, the S, and obviously if I do, let's say, from 2 for 2, and you can put negatives in and numbers bigger than the string, so on and so forth. Here's another function expression. Pretty simple, nothing complicated about it. We will continue with this topic in the next movie.